almost every family in our community will be touched by an aging spouse, by an aging parent, by an aging neighbor or friend, and then either ourselves, there's some potential that we will have a friend or our own child who has a disability.
For all of our respite services that we provide, the parents meet at the Intergenerational Center, and the parents get to talk with each other. They get to meet other parents in the community who are going through the stress that they're going through, so they see they're not alone. We also have a caregiver resource center, and oftentimes the parents will look through the books there to get more advice, to read up on the latest research that could possibly help their child.
The targeted population to serve were children with severe disabilities whose families are often truly challenged by the exceptional care, the constant care, and the very special needs of their children with very severe disabilities.
We get a lot out of knowing we're helping, and then we watch some of the children that come in for the first time and how frightened they are. And then they come in and they go around and hug everyone because they have found another little group where they belong, and they look forward to the trips. And we get reports back from the parents how excited they are about the trips. And being a volunteer, knowing that the children are excited to see you and give you hugs, even if it's not your child that you're assigned to that day, it's really great to have them come and hug on you.
We think that these are not such big, overwhelming problems, but rather this is an opportunity to bring together the two generations to support one another.
One of the little girls wanted to go around and hug everybody because and it seems like she likes to go up to people who are new and hug them and make them feel welcome. So we see them come out of their little shells and fit into this little group of children.
Alexis is our project. Bringing her to the center here at Easter Seals, one, gives us a break. It wears you out to have one of those little active ones, so Saturday every now and then to ourselves is certainly appreciated.
I did have one parent come up and actually say to me and Brooke, who is the director of the Family Friends, and told us that they had, ever since they adopted this special little child, and this is the first time that they have had an opportunity to even go to lunch together. And so, just kind of made our eyes water. And a lot of the other parents say how much when they tell them that the children are really excited about coming and they see a difference in the child. And it helps a lot of them who have social problems and are afraid to be around new people and have them very excited.
We've had explained to us, normal is a setting on a clothes dryer. And so this lets her be her own person. And so mom and dad aren't around, school isn't around, she's not at church. So I think just being able to be out and be part of the world is extremely enjoyable. We notice that all the volunteers tend to fall in love with her.
You receive these calls from these parents and they really make you want to cry. They're heart-wrenching and your heart goes out to them. Maybe a spouse has lost a job and the parent is struggling financially and they are overwhelmed and they don't know what to do and they're fighting with the school system and they can't afford a caregiver or a babysitter to come in, and their husband can't stay at home because he has to go find another job, or maybe their spouse is sick. And by having Easter Seals in the community, we provide so many answers and wonderful programs for which families can come in and participate in. And it's just been fabulous to see so many of these children grow and develop and see the bonds that had formed with volunteers coming on the community trips or even going into the homes. It's wonderful, and hearing these great stories, it makes it all worth it.
She always is bubbling when she's coming back from these things, and she's jumping up and down, so excited we have a hard time getting clothes on her when she knows she's going on one of these trips. So we know it's a positive thing. But allowing this child to interact with other children and with other adults as just a person because I think everybody here gets treated as just another person. We're trying to create an environment, both with the professionals in school and at home, so that she'll develop to be everything she can be.
There was one little boy that came and he was really, really frightened, and of course he He has autism, and he would totally be in a shell, cover his ears, be afraid. If you tried to take his picture, he would just really be frantic and scream. And now he doesn't care. He'll give you kind of a little funny little wave, like, okay, here you go, take your picture, go away. But he's done really, really well, and a lot of the others have too.
We had one mother who is just beyond overwhelmed, and she's exhausted and worn out, and she's dealing with the school system, and she has a son with Down syndrome and emotional behavior, and she is just exhausted, and she said, I don't know what to do anymore. I am at my end. I need help. And her child's been hitting and screaming and biting, and we said, okay. We said, that's all right. We can handle him.
By having my child, Chizaroku Nwachukwu, here with Easter Seal, it helps me to get him involved in the community, for him to be able to participate, because his diagnosis is Down syndrome, and he is not able to make use of his muscles of the legs, muscles of the hands. But the Easter Seal helped me in getting him involved in doing all those activities that will strengthen the muscle and help him, so that he can participate wherever he goes out in the community. He is really a blessing, because with Chizaroku, I'm able to get involved with so many people, get in touch with so many people, be able to, talk to people and help other parents also to be involved with the Easter Seal and be involved in the parents' meetings, so that they can get resources and be able to help their children. So I think Chizaroku is a blessing, and I work so hard to help him so that he can be helpful to himself.
It's really priceless to see the relationships that are formed, and to see the parents at the end of the day come and get their child, and just to have that kind of fresh glow back.
We get the advantage of being with the children that we love and care for so much, and we are able to tap their potential and give them a broader experience. And then again, mom and dad are just, their arms are open wide, and they can't wait to get their children's back in their arms.
We are providing help, hope, and answers, and that's our motto. That is our goal. We want to help the community. We want to provide them with hope, and we want to also give them answers and to help them deal better with having a child with a disability. And we really believe that intergenerational is so important. It's so important to get the seniors involved with the children, and to have them participate in meaningful activities that make a difference in their lives, and for the children to have a role model to look up to.
Hi, my name is Teresa, and I'm very fortunate to have my daughter enrolled with Easter Seals in their Friends and Family program. Because of Easter Seals, being a single mom, their respite trips and their help and their mentoring coming in to help my daughter allows me to do the simple things like do the dishes, do the laundry, do grocery shopping, spend time with my other child, things that I could not do without their help. These trips are wonderful, so my daughter gets to socialize and get to go places that I cannot take her. We are very fortunate and very thankful for Easter Seals for all they do for us.
The intergenerational concept, I just want to reinforce, it's not just nice. We think it's a necessary next development in community-based support for people who have special needs.
You'll remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? And and you